Okay people, I'm going to try and explain exactly how this wee setup was done in regard to PC McLean and my wife. Right. This is the question I asked Police Scotland. Right. I would like to see any reports or call-outs to my previous address when I was living there. What was the outcome? Officer reports, why they were called and who called. At 23 Whitworth Drive, Glasgow G29 JG. And the answer came back, none. There were no call-outs. The police have never been called to my house ever. There's no reports of any calls to my house by anyone. And that's in their own official documents. Nobody has ever called my house or the police to come to my house, and certainly not on that day. The next question I asked Police Scotland for information on the subject access request. I asked, I would like the details of any time police stops or checks were made on my details from January the 1st 2015 to September the 1st 2016 on any police computer. I would like the details of the time and place of any stop checks, the reason for stop checks, the name and rank of officers involved in stop checks, and any outcome of stop checks. Right, so I've asked for that, all the details that cover that period in the 19th of September and the 21st of September and beyond. Right, so date, time. Now this little piece, right, my handwriting's terrible, I get that. Like, before 6:20, right, on the 19th of the 9th 2015, and then 6:20. That's when my wife called the police, or pretended to call the police, right? This incident, or the incident she called the police, happened at 6:20, and then we'd been spending the last hour just having our dinner, and my kids had just went out to play. I think they all just went out to work, and then we were just sort of ready to settle in for Saturday night. So what I got back from Police Scotland in regard to my stop checks and how many times I ran my name through the computer, and here it is. Here's the first incident that I recorded, and if you notice the time, it's a date, 19th of the 9th 2015, it's 17:15. They have an initial incident code of domestic incident at 23 Whitworth Drive. Reporter has requested that E. McDougall leave the house. I mean, fucking hell. And is refusing to leave. Disagreement between parties. No crime. Right? Now, we know Anne, my wife, never phoned. Right? Because we've got the record that said nobody's ever called them. Right? So this is just an input from one of the officers, Sergeant McLean, I would suspect, right, setting this up, right? Because this incident never happened. There was never, nobody phoned from my house. We were all in having tea. Then there was no incident. There was no arguing. There was nothing at all. It was a quiet Saturday afternoon. There was no problems there at all. Then we get a note from the police officer's diary, right? And now he has me at my home at 17:40, right? All my details there as well, everything, quite a lot actually, right? But there's a little interesting bit there that you see at the bottom. It's quite relevant. The 13th of the 12th 2015, ahead, 13th of it's also at the top of his page, right? The 13th of the 12th 2015. Now that becomes quite relevant later on in other matters, which I'll remind you of, right, if it comes up. But he has me at my house at 17:40, right? Again, we were all at home. There was no problems. We were just having our tea. No police had been at my door, nobody had phoned for the police or anything. There was no problems in the house at all. But this is where it gets interesting, right? Because if you look there, the 19th of the 9th, 2015, this is the police saying they stopped me in the street, right? That's Officer G22, Mr. Thompson, right? And the reason for the stop was a roadside stop at Whitlock Gate, Glasgow, right? Well, this never happened, right? Because I was still at home. And there is no place called Whitlock Gate in Glasgow. No place at all. Doesn't exist. And then, that was at 1744. Then at 1747, on the same day,